Our next guest says there's a powerful reason why we love talking to our pets. Justin Gregg is his name. He's a scientist and college professor who lectures on animal behavior, including the human animal.
Yeah.
His new book is called Humanish, What Talking to Your Cat or Naming Your Car Reveals About the Uniquely Human Need to Humanize. Hello, Toaster.
Yeah.
Gregg explores anthropomorphism, the tendency to humanize the non-human. And in the video you're about to see, he explains the appeal of something you might have seen outside stores, car washes, the like, the inflatable waving tube guy. Take a look.
First of all, they have eyes. Eyes are something that humans are attracted to. Most animals are, but we immediately are drawn to the eyes. And it has a mouth, so it has a face that's kind of human-like. And it's moving around in a way that it sort of defies the natural world. There's no wind moving it.
Okay, Justin Gregg joins us now. If you had any doubts about this book, those videos in the book, they're completely immersive because it does explain so much of how we are so weird as people.
Yeah.
What was the initial idea for this book?
Well, I study animal behavior and animal cognition. And so as a scientist, you're always told, be careful. Don't think of your animal subjects as having human-like thoughts. And so my whole career is based on worrying about that. So I'm worrying about it and thinking about it. And of course, in our everyday lives, we engage in anthropomorphism all the time. So it just seemed the natural thing for me to want to talk to the world about.
Why does it have such a grip on us? Why are we unable to shut it off?
Yeah, if you think about why it exists, our brains are always on the lookout for other humans to connect to, right? That's what makes us such a successful species. And so if we see anything that looks like a human, we want to treat it like a human, because that's a chance to connect. And so when we see that our cats or our dogs look or behave like little humans, it happens automatically.
I always see a little face in the wall socket, the little two plugs where you put the thing. It's like,
Do you?
I see faces everywhere. Yeah, it's a weird
Really?
phenomenon. You don't have that happen?
No.
It looks like a little smiley.
I get
In a
that all
wall
the time.
socket? He gets it all the
I get
time.
it all the time.
You do it all the time?
Oh, you see faces everywhere. Yeah.
Wow, what's wrong with me?
I'm with you, Gayle.
Yeah, I see a socket and I know I'm going to plug something in. But I was
How
drawn to
cool.
what you were saying about animals, that we, especially with dogs, I'm a big dog person. You said when you're scolding your dog and the dog retreats like, oh, I know I did something bad, you start to feel bad for the dog, but that's not really what they're reacting to. They don't really feel guilty, you say.
Yeah, it seems a lot like guilt, but there's some
Yes.
experiments to show that even if your dog has done nothing wrong,
Yes.
and you
scold it.
You scold it as if it had, it acts the same way. That's sort of a submissive gesture. But our brains think, oh, that looks just like guilt. And so that's anthropomorphizing it and maybe being wrong about it. But as long as you're not hurting or punishing your dog, it's still okay.
But you also say there's a direct line to cuteness in our brain. If we see a cute animal, we react very differently. A cute baby, we react very differently, as opposed to a baby that might not be so cute, or an alligator, for instance. There's a direct line to that.
That's true. Like our brains evolved to see a baby and want to care for
Yes.
it. You know, that makes sense. So when we see a cat or a dog that looks baby-like, you know, it's got big eyes, it's adorable, our brains do exactly the same thing. It happens quickly and subconsciously. We want to care for it.
So, you know, I've had dogs my whole life. My last one, George, he died a few years ago. He was a Jack Russell Terrier. I have a cat, Henri. But I've never treated my pets as humans. But you say that there's sort of an evolutionary reason why we do that, right? That we're looking for some type of connection. But when you see people dressing their animals, carrying them
What's
around
wrong
in
with
baby
that?
carriages-
Vlad, your
There's nothing
cat
wrong
has
with that.
your cat has an Instagram account.
He does.
Yes.
He's famous. Well,
Yeah.
I can't do anything about that. But no, but I wonder when people, you know, put them in baby carriages or they bring them to restaurants and seat them at the table, you're essentially treating an animal as a human being. And you say it's because we desire a connection. It's part of who we are as humans.
That's right, and it's sort of an automatic thing that happens. But you've found an interesting point, which is we don't all do it the same. Some people are more likely to do it. You sound like you're more of an anthropomorphizer.
For sure.
And you're less so, unless you're monetizing your cat's Instagram account. that's a different issue.
Making me money.
Yeah, yeah.
What do I got to say about that?
And that's totally fine. I'm sure, like, if you wanted to, you could turn up the anthropomorphism and do that to your cat.
But Justin, we do it with inanimate objects, which I also thought was interesting in your book.
That's true. I mean, just yesterday.
For instance, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
to celebrate the launch of the book, my editor made these cookies with little eyeballs on them.
Uh-huh.
And suddenly, half the people in the room wouldn't eat them because they looked too human.
Oh yeah, I
so-
identify. I can't throw out a stuffed animal. I put it in the trash and then it looks at me and then I'm like, oh, come on back over
Tony,
here.
you big softy.
We're in the same boat. I've never thrown out a single stuffed animal. I've got them all in the.
And he sees faces and plugs.
Yeah, that's right.
No problem
Everywhere.
there.
He
Justin
sees
Gregg,
faces
I see a
everywhere.
great bestseller in this. The book is called Humanish. It's on sale now.
Welcome back to CBS Mornings Plus. Our next guest says treating pets like our own children is perfectly rational. I agree. Scientist and college professor Justin Gregg is out with a new book, Humanish, What Talking to Your Cat or Naming Your Car Reveals About, reveals about the uniquely human need to humanize. It explores the concept of anthropomorphism. That is the act of treating a non-human as if it had a human-like mind, even though we know it is not a human. So what does this all say about us? Justin Gregg joins us now. Welcome.
Well, thanks very much. Great to be here.
So as I was reading about this, I was like, guilty. My car was named Minnie because I got her in Minnesota.
Fair enough.
My dog, Lava, we celebrated her first birthday years ago. We have that photo, and she had a cupcake. We tried putting the birthday hat on her. She didn't like that. So you say that anthropomorphism is perfectly fine, but it gets a bad rap. What's going on?
It's true. Scientists especially have been told not to anthropomorphize the species that they're studying because you want to sort of assume that they don't think like a human and figure out how they really do think, and so you don't want to get it wrong. But the reality is we all do it so naturally, like you seem to do it very naturally, and so do I. And so the question is, well, why do we do it? And it seems to be helpful for the most part.
How does it help us?
Well, anthropomorphism is generated by us wanting to connect to other humans. So we're keen to look for other humans in the world. And so if we see something in our dog that is human-like, that's good too. We start treating them well. Anthropomorphism makes us nice toward our pets, which is good for them and for us.
So, but are the animals actually feeling the things that we think they're feeling? So, does a dog feel shame if they've done something bad? Does a lonely elk walking in the woods feel actually lonely, or are we projecting all of this?
We may be projecting some of the more complex emotions like guilt, but some of the other ones like happiness and joy or loneliness, they probably do experience those. So sometimes we're wrong and sometimes we're right.
Could you use this to test whether somebody is a suitable romantic partner? So, for example, you have a stuffed animal and you say, could you throw this out for me? And if they throw it out, not caring that the little cute stuffed animal face is there, then they're not dateable. But if they keep it, they are.
It's a good test, to be fair, because people who anthropomorphize more, I know you're an anthropomorphizer,
Yes, I am.
Are very empathic people in general. And so maybe your best partners are the ones that name their cars and throw birthday parties for their pets. I think we're on the same team.
Yes. Okay, so we have a graphic that we want to show you. It's adorable puppies and kittens. Everybody loves these videos and these pictures. Okay, so how is they're so cute. How is anthropomorphism at play here?
So when we look at a human baby with their big, adorable eyes, it makes us want to care for them. That's an ancient sort of inbuilt mechanism in humans. And we get that same feeling when we look at a kitten or a puppy, because they look very human-like with their big, adorable eyes and soft, round faces. So,
And this has been studied. It's like what are the characteristics specifically that make us want to do this?
Yeah, so it's small button noses, large eyes, elongated forehead. There's like properties of the face, and as soon as you see those, your brain automatically wants to care for them.
Because these are the properties of a newborn, and we're designed to want to keep newborns alive, and it's now affecting how we look at all things.
Exactly. It makes us empathic. It makes us want to care for them, and so that is why we end up treating puppies just like babies a lot of the time.
Well, Justin, as soon as people read this book, they're going to want to care for the book because it's wonderful and the material is great, and it's got a picture of a rooster in your author photo. So
That's my friend Chonk the rooster.
yeah. Justin Gregg, thank you very much. Humanish is sure to be a bestseller, and it's on sale right now wherever you like to buy your books.